fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live. I believe I am a couple hours earlier. Yes, indeed, I am. So here we go. Pain or pain in the glass. Welcome to Counterpunch Silver. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the club. Let me change. I'm going to try to change it here so everybody can come along. But what I'll do for everyone is I will share. Let's do it. Let's do a share. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, man, we got a couple things to talk about today. We got the 7th or 8th round knockout of Anthony Joshua to Robert Helenius. Wait a minute. Let me try something here. We got a glare. Yeah, that's better. There we go. We have Dillian White. This is about Dillian White, though, because it's like everyone has something to say about Dillian. You know, we haven't received any information about Dillian. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I will let the chat load while I do a little exercise. Of course, you know, I got my rope with me, so I got to do some cardio. Rocking that Chico Corrales shirt. I'll let you guys come forth. Boxing fans, sporting icons, and Whyte versus everyone else. Salute to you, Kurt. Salute. Yeah, man. Sporting icons is holding it down. Team Whyte. Yeah, man. We got to get some intel over. So, because of that, I use the sources that I have and the people that I know. And we definitely got to talk to Dean, brother of Dillian White, and, you know, ask if there's anything new developed. You know, check on him, give his intel, his insight, how things will go. Ebenezer Seau, how's it going, Kurt? It's going good. It's going real good. You know, it is going real good. Four times. Come on, bro. He's definitely guilty. It makes me question that winning streak. I don't know where you get 4 from. Where's the 4th time? Better yet, where's the 3rd time? Dillian White has not tested positive for the 3rd time. Okay. You had the kickboxing, that's 1. And the 2nd time was in 19. You know, it was contaminated. I refuse to believe it's contaminated this time. Okay, well, if it was contaminated last time, that's what the ruling was. So you can't say that you know, that he was guilty then too. You know, you can get suspicious and you can be suspicious, and that's your God-given right. But, you know, but just to say, oh yeah, he's been cheating this time or that time, nah. You know, like, my suspicion is, my curiosity, what raises my curiosity is the fact that we don't know what the hell it is. I have never had anyone that has tested positive for anything, and we don't know, and we not know what it is. That's just kind of, okay, that's, you know, that's not good. That doesn't sound good at all. I heard he failed multiple tests this time. I don't know. Who'd you hear that from? Let's go to the source, because each article has a source. When you say you heard, that means anybody could have said it. What's the source? Heard is not a source. So, but yeah, something has to be done about it. I'm sick of AJ being breastfed. For fuck's sake, just fight the best and be done with it. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all tired of that all the way through. You know, I think it's just the whole boxing as a whole. See, UFC's got popular because UFC has built a fan base of people that got accustomed to seeing these fighters fight, and they've been spoiled over there because the best are fighting the best. He even ended up blaming Eddie Hearn for the contamination. Some of these cats be like, I heard something in my head, so it must be true. The Bristolian Macam, absolutely. See, that's what you want to avoid. See, you might hate Dillian White, or you might hate the idea of what he done, but don't say you heard shit and ain't heard nothing. If you ain't heard it, you just ain't heard it. You just don't know. You just want something to be done about it. Okay, and I think a lot of us do. But I think we should find out what it is. But here's the problem. We're getting dicked around on what it is. I don't like that. My Boxing Ego is my source. Boxing King Media, it was more than the first test. Boxing Ego is your source? Boxing Ego. Okay, what's his source? That's just like me. Oh, Counterpunch Boxing News, that's the source. Where did Counterpunch Boxing News get it from? That's the same difference. We, being channels, boxing news channels, we have to get our sources from somewhere. So just saying Boxing Ego or Counterpunch Boxing News is not enough. Dan Raphael said he heard he failed multiple tests in interview. Okay. What interview? Where's the interview? I'm not saying it's not true. I just want to know so I can read it myself. Therefore, I can deem it to be whatever. At least I've heard it from someone else besides what I've heard it from. So now Dan Raphael. So it's Boxing Ego. Dan Raphael heard it in an interview. So I'm asking what interview? Dillian will prove his innocence, then destroy AJ. Dillian is a warrior. St. Don, it all came from Dan Raphael. So it all came from Dan Raphael. So now it's not Boxing Ego, it's Dan Raphael. Boxing Ego just posted it on his channel, right? Dan heard it off his chief. Boxing Social 8 days ago. Okay. Somebody post that to me, please, so I can go to it. So I can take a look at it and counterpunch it. So, you know. But like suspicion, yeah, of course. Even if he did fight, he will not be the same again. Well, you know what? If this is true, I want people to understand something. All 46 of you people that are listening to me right now. Make me happy that everything is going with you. Listen to you all the way from Africa. Thank you, brother. Is that Jinga? Ngigi? Or Ngigi? Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for listening in. They need to release the facts. Say, Don, you're absolutely right. We need the facts because now all we can do is assume based off what we know or don't know. And based off what they refuse to give us, that makes us more suspicious as people. Ebenezer, Siao, I was surprised AJ did nothing anytime Helenius was clinching. Hope he doesn't act cool when Wilder clinches. Well, Wilder will whack you behind the head, but that's a different type of fight all the way together. Hey, Kurt, it's me, Best Life. Good to see you. Love. Elena, counterpunch to you. It's like saying they got arrested for something, but ain't saying what. Absolutely. What the hell is going on, people? These drug tests are getting silly now. Could be anything. Well, that's a way to look at it. It could be anything, but we don't know what that anything is. Yeah, it could be anything, but that's stupid. I never seen anything like this. Like, oh, we're not going to say what it is. I'm like, dude, why? Now, see, if we could be complete assholes and say, you know what? Fuck what he had. He won't tell us what it is, so therefore he took it. He had to take it. Why not have that? Okay, why not take that approach right now? Why not take that approach that Dillian White is taking whatever he's saying that he's not taking based on the fact of us not wanting to know? So if we don't know what it is, it has to be a reason why, right? We could go that route because that's already shady. Jarrell Miller is never the same after the PED. He's a fat-ass dude. Jarrell Miller is nothing like he used to be. Jarrell Miller used to be buff and husky. Now he's fat and flabby. You can't help but to think, hey, maybe drugs had a lot to do with the way that he, you know what I mean? Like, look. Jarrell Miller needs to say, fuck cheeseburgers, go plant-based, start fasting, start dieting, and have a life change. He should be fine. But then we don't know how long he was doing that. We don't know how long he was doing it. UK in the house, Kurt. Matthew Rand, counterpunch to you. I don't see why it's not known about people. Maybe there are suspects being investigated. Maybe. I'm happy he fought Helenius. I didn't want to see Dillian get uppercutted again. He's already knocked out Dillian White anyway, so I mean, I don't really care. At least it is a fresh person. I just hate it was a person that Wilder didn't fight. No, I'm not, because at least we have another mutual opponent. You see what's happening in the heavyweight division? It's slowly starting to come together. What do I mean? Slow. Because now we have Robert Helenius, we have Eric Molina, we have Dominic Brazil. We have those three guys that two of the former heavyweight champions have fought. At least we have three guys. All three are a knockout. They both knocked all three of those guys out. You know? With White's track record, he probably put a hole in that urine sample. I think he took something. Bishop Damon, you are sweating and hand cleaning your face. Use a handkerchief. I don't have, well, yeah, I do. Here you go. But I mean, it's my phone, so whatever. Jarrell Miller needs to fast for sure. It will also help reduce the trash talk he gives out. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Paul Wilson White, big up Counterpunch Boxing News. St. Don, no excuses for not seeing Joshua and Wilder now. Nope, none. None. Black Cloud, Dillian White ducked Ortiz. Pulev, Brazil, and Wallen. White was only chasing big money fights when he really didn't earn them. Black Cloud. I did wonder why he decided to get out of that Otto Vailene fight. You know what I mean? I did wonder that. I was pissed when that didn't happen. So, I mean, no argument there with Otto Vailene. Big money fights, I could see that too. Luis Ortiz, I think, was a banana peel. And everybody from sporting icons and everybody in the UK, everyone knows how I feel about Usyk, Jesus. Luis Ortiz and Dillian White. I think Dillian White would beat Ortiz now, but I don't think he would have beat Ortiz 5 years ago when Ortiz was fighting Wilder. You know what I mean? I think Dillian White would have been knocked out. It would have been a good fight, but I think Ortiz would have countered him and knocked him out. That's what I think would have happened. That would have been probably one of the best heavyweight fights that we have, because you have both aggressive come-at-you guys. And between UK and Cuba, that would have made some explosions over across those ponds, people. You know? But yeah, but I did get the notion that Dillian White wanted bigger fights instead of, medium fights. The can man, like it's like this. You would fight Lucas Brown, but won't fight Luis Ortiz. You would fight Alexander Povetkin, but won't fight Otto Vailene or Pulev. Now Derek Chisora did battle Pulev and beat Pulev, which that was a pretty good fight. That was a pretty good fight. But I think Pulev, though, waited also, like a lot of fighters did. So if Dillian White did that, he wasn't the only one. A lot of them did it. He was in a circle of a lot of people that were only looking for big fights. Right? Pulev, he stayed mandatory. He hurt his chest or something. He got his damn money, though, didn't he? Yeah, I think he had to give a lot to Jenny Sushi. Sushi. You remember that? Since I found I'm a part Cuban, I've followed Ortiz more than I used to. Cuban fighters, are badass. And what people don't understand, I have a big chunk of family in Cuba, right? I understand the discrimination. And see, here's the deal. What people need to understand, and this is what I don't care for, like LDBC channels, some of them did. Like, some of them. Not all. But they look and they separate Cuban fighters of African descent, Afro-Cuban fighters, from African-American fighters. And I'm thinking, well, why? Because they get shitted on worse. And people are like, well, what do you mean? Well, let me explain. Why is Erislandy Lara, how did he lose to Paul Williams? He was a Spanish guy, or speaking guy, rather, that did not speak English. Therefore, he was discriminated. They robbed him. Canelo was just too big. They weren't going to, he wasn't going to win a decision unless he knocked Canelo out, and Canelo has not even been knocked down. So. But there's a massive discrimination against Afro-Cuban fighters. You know what I mean? Ugas, Ortiz, Lara, Rigondeaux. A lot of these guys, they don't really get the money that African Americans get. African American fighters get way more money than they get. Erislandy Lara was probably an exception, because after the Canelo fight, he did get $1 million each fight from Al Heyman. $1 million. That was his purse. $1 million. You get an M. You get an M. He got an M for fighting. What was Floyd's fighter's name? The light-skinned dude. I can't remember his name. He fought him after he fought Canelo. I forgot his name. He fought the Dominican fighter. He fought 5 fights. He got $1 million. So Whyte was playing the victim all this time, you think? Dillian White should have been doing what Derek Chisora is doing now. A true boxer, now fight everybody. Kudos to Derek Chisora. Well, that's true, even though Derek Chisora is done. He's done and done. Like, me and Derek Chisora, they paid me $1 million, and I love Derek Chisora. I would beat Derek Chisora. I think Derek Chisora, yeah, he's an athlete, okay? And he's a worker. Don't let him hit you with one of them shots, though. He hit you with one of those clubbing shots, you might be on your ass. Ask Joseph Parker. Right? You know, his downhill spiral started when he didn't want to show up for those pressers. Big up CBN, Wesley Wilshire in France. Richie, counterpunch to you, brother. Luca Mora, Savan, another Cuban who got screwed in the Olympics against AJ. Yeah, they did Cuban fighters bad, though, man. They did them really, they like, you know, and they don't have any support. Like, where are they going to go? To Cuba? They don't give a fucking Cuba about professional boxing. Luis Ortiz probably would have whooped everyone in the heavyweight division in his prime. That didn't happen because he wasn't here. He was fighting in the Olympics for free. Scatter, Book, Farm, Hi Kurt. Why is Chisora not retiring? He will pay for this later on. I don't know. I look at it like this. Let's be optimistic. He could be. Derek Chisora, if he started having problems later on in life because of boxing, he's not alone. It's a brutal sport. Look at Mickey Ward right now. Mickey Ward had about the same amount of losses, about 12, 13, 14 losses. But he fought everybody. And he got known, and he made a little money. And he got known for the Head Body Head Mickey. Him and Dick Eklund, his brother. He even got a movie after him. Now he's starting to show effects. But I will say this. There's other fighters that don't. Julio Cesar Chavez, Roberto Duran, right? Those guys are just fine. Lennox Lewis is just fine. I don't know about Vander Holyfield. He's kind of punch drunk. Mike Tyson's just fine. He's always going to talk like that. He talks like that because he's blazed most of the time. Has Whyte been found guilty yet? XK shots. I'm not sure. I don't even know what he's guilty of. They just said adverse finding, right? Eddie said Chisora should retire, and now he pulls this shit. What shit is he missing? Like, who is he fighting? Is he fighting someone new? Yeah, Ward versus Gotti was a classic. Yeah, I feel sorry for Gotti. You know, in fact, I think Gotti... See, here's the thing. You have two scenarios with Arturo Gotti. First scenario was he was killed by his wife because they found him hung, you know, and it was a lot of inconsistencies. They said she did a lot of lies. She lied about where they came from. She lied about how they met. She lied about a lot of shit. But if she was telling the truth, that means Arturo Gotti was suffering because, you know, he was getting into a lot of fights in Brazil. A lot of people don't know. Arturo Gotti was starting to fight people. Well, fighting is a sign of CE, right? When you're starting like these outbursts, you're angry and you start making fights with people. That's how it is. And Arturo Gotti, that same night, he got in a fight with a bunch of Brazilians because they were in a town, I think north of Sao Paulo. So they're in a town north of Sao Paulo, and he got in a fight with a few guys. So, you know, you don't know if that's been, because he just retired, because he just got stopped by the pedophile. What's that pedophile's name? The Floyd. Baldemir. So he just got shut out by Baldemir. He just didn't have it no more. You know, that's a sad thing, you know. The blood and guts warrior, Arturo Thunder Gotti. So, he moves to Brazil. He's with his girl, his wife. And he was in a taxi, right? So he was in a taxi cab, and Cuba is as racist as it can be. I don't know. I don't know how it is. I just know what I've heard. Derek Chisora is stupidly stubborn. He won't accept he is a granddad in boxing terms. Chisora is actually younger than Washington, but I think is what Derek Chisora has taken. Tyson Fury beat the shit out of him, people. Tyson Fury fucked Chisora up. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Lovely people, the Cubans. Robert Blake, find one black high government official in Cuba. Counterpunch. Your Gotti info is correct. Yeah, I mean, he got in a fight that night. So they were saying that explained like the blood in the back of his head or whatever. But, dude, you know what? You'll never know. I mean, here's the deal. If they had a camera in there that showed the whole incident, your eyes would be open like flashlights to see exactly really what happened to Arturo Gotti. But to be fair, there were two detectives, private eyes that came down from America to Brazil. And everything that they found out based on what she said was a lie. I don't know if they awarded her the money yet because he had $6 million in his trust. Arturo Gotti had some money, okay? And, that was his fight purses that I guess he accumulated, over the years of fighting, because Arturo Gotti was a sought-after fighter. He was a sought-after fighter. So, he was a guy that had bread. He made money, and the whole idea was, here's the thing. Arturo Gotti, his wife, he signed everything over to her like, I don't know, before he died. You know what I mean? And that's motive. Like, hey, well, he has a life insurance policy and he signed everything over to me. And I don't need him no more. Not saying that she's just this dirty, rotten, low-down scoundrel, but that could be the case. I think he did it. I still think he did it. I'm pretty sure she killed him or had help. Yeah, I think she had help. Because I don't think her being small as she was able to bring him up. And then I think that's how she got off, because she was like, well, I can't pick Arturo up. Because maybe Arturo, he wasn't fighting anymore, so he gained a little weight. So he could have possibly been, 180? Maybe 190 when he passed, and, that would have happened. Surely he must have had enough money. Great for the card as he gets 6+ rounds in. But no, yeah, that was sad. That was actually on an American, what was it? It was on one of those popular shows here in America that they were investigating his murder. Yeah, I watched the whole documentary, it seems so. Yeah, I saw it too, bro. Bristolian, I saw it too. And I say, I don't know. I don't really know about the case and how it ended. HBO asked, why would Gotti give up his position of fighting nobodies to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Because he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's a warrior. He's a warrior. Just like your medical info is private, Whyte is too. Shit, I guess. But I mean, if that's the case, they shouldn't even said adverse finding then. They could have made up anything if it was private. Certain things should be private, but then certain things shouldn't be based on what we already know. The fuck? Good evening, all boxing fans around the world. Counterpunch to you. Peaky, Blender, shout out from the London, UK. Shout out to you. Yeah, we got to get some insight on it, This is the 4th time he's popped. How many chances does any fighter deserve? I have no idea. Check your pocketbook. Drug tests aren't private for a reason. I don't know, man. Seems like I wouldn't have kept that. I wouldn't keep that like private. You know what I mean? That, like, if you want to show that you're innocent, the best thing is to be totally transparent about everything. When you start leaving out shit, oh, I don't want to say what it is. Why the fuck not? You don't. Okay, this is my thing. This is my counterpunch on Dillian White with him keeping info like that, like the name of the drug that they found or the adverse finding of whatever they found, a secret. This is what I say to that. I say that, hey, it has nothing to do with you. I'm not keeping anything private that I didn't do. No, that's what they said. They said some shit about clenphonerol bermazine. Infirmerol bermazine. You know, like, I don't even know what that is. So so guys, I don't know. That's what they said. You know, okay. Imagine this. Imagine I worked, because I used to work for casinos, right? Imagine I worked for the casinos. I was married, or I had a girl. Worked for the casinos, and I took a drug test. They gave me a random drug test, and I took it, and I failed. And I got fired. Okay? That's what happened to Dillian White. He didn't get hired, so he's fired. So they fire me, correct? Because they pop me. All right. So they pop me, and I come home. Man, fuck. What's wrong, baby? Man, shit, man. I got fired, man. Why you got fired? Man, I got fired. How you got fired? Man, they said they found something in my in the pee. Well, what'd they find? I can't tell you. Really? What's going to be the next question? Why the fuck not, Kurt? It will come out by leaks. Yeah, I mean, it should. I didn't do it, though. You didn't do what, Kurt? I didn't do what they said they found. What did they find? I can't tell you. What? Come on, man. That don't even sound... That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even sound right to me. Because I was, okay, what is it? TR, clomiphene, right? What is it? Tell me what it is. Oh, I can't tell you. Okay, you bullshit me. So it's kind of hard to take anybody seriously when you don't even want to be transparent of what they say they found. Now, see, I'm open. I'm open to anything or any explanation on why he can't say or why it's not a good idea to reveal what it is. But for me, I can't tell what it is, right? So I can't say, hey, this is what it is, but I didn't do it. So, but I want people to believe me. Hell, cocaine, it might be some coke. Shit, he was in Florida, right? Wasn't Dillian White in Florida? Yeah, it could have been some cocaine. Damn. Connor taking so many peds, he's growing a new jaw. Even with his clown feet, Wilder is too much for AJ. Well, I think if you're going to go out with a bang, right? Okay, Kurt, get that workout on. Absolutely. It might be multiple failed tests or multiple substances. Yeah, to keep the whole thing on it does look bad. It makes it look worse. Okay, Let me give you another example, guys. I took an exam and I failed. I failed. I took the exam and I failed. Yeah, he was getting busted up. We'll talk about that in a minute. AAR. Damn. Here's another scenario. Here's another skit. Fuck, man. What's wrong, baby? Fuck. Man, I failed. Damn. You failed? Yep. But I knew I passed that test, though, man. What was your score? I can't tell you. The interview, it was on YouTube. People overestimate Wilder has won 3 rounds in 3 years. I can understand why they won't tell him just in case he gets caught for the same substance again. That may be the case, but that's not a good reason. It's Viagra. All that juice has made them floppy. AJ KO'd Robert and walked out of the ring smoothly. Yeah, he did, didn't he? You know, you told Michelle Joy Phelps. I think AJ's a little freak, ain't he? I haven't had sex, so I was doing this here. I was doing this, doing that, because I was horny. You know what I mean? Like, wow, okay. Dillian White has failed so many drug tests, it's ridiculous. 100. Dan got it from a reliable source, he said. Well, I know you don't supposed to give up your sources, but Dan Raphael, if he said it, I want to know where it's at. So somebody please inbox me on Instagram about it so I can do a video about it. Did Whyte eat the same eggs as Ben? I don't think so. And see, here's the problem. Even if he did eat eggs, I don't know where that shit comes from anyway. Conor Ben say he didn't get it from eggs. So how did he get it there? We don't know if it's boar meat or boar balls or boar ass or boar anything because we don't know what it is. We don't know if it's nandrolone. We don't know that. In the last few weeks. Well, yeah, I feel bad for Dillian, though. I really do. But let's go deeper into this. All right, let's look at it this way. If Dillian White is guilty of what they think or whatever the fuck it is that he won't tell us what it is, and everything that he's done that has discrepancies, let's put it that way, discrepancies, and his tests. Some people don't have discrepancies at all, do they? They don't. No issues, no problems. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? Why don't they have those problems, those discrepancies, those issues, those complications? I'm going to be 100% frank with you guys, and I want everyone to pay attention to what I'm saying. If that's true about Dillian White has a substance abuse problem. Now, it's not the type of substance abuse that people think. It's not like an addiction to where, hey, I gotta have it. You got some crack, you got some, want some, I gotta do this, I gotta smoke, I gotta snort, I gotta do this, I gotta do some lines, I gotta just drink, no, it's nothing like that. Certain people though, and this is an athlete's issue, and this is something that's not really talked about, okay? Jarrell Miller, I think, has that same problem. The amount of drugs you're taking, it's a form of life and it's the way of life based on what you think you should do or how you think you should perform. Your mindset is, I need these supplements or these PEDs, these pills, to perform a certain way. So mentally, I'm thinking, okay, guess what? I need this shit. Okay, so regardless of the consequences, regardless of what happens to me, I'm going to take this shit to do what these pills that I believe makes me do. Half of White's lip don't move when he talks. He's just talking his shit, you know. He's always talking shit, you know. You change drum. Need to change this shit, you know. You know, man. Take it easy, man. Salute Kurt. Praise the Almighty God, Father, Lord Jesus Christ. Renee Padilla Jr. in the building. What's up, my brother? Much love. God bless your back, my friend. Wishing you well, Kurt from Britain. Joshua Wilder should be interesting. I think Whyte is bang on to Wright's repeat offender. I think he has problems. And I think I think people, if they don't, if this is true, if, don't make fucking shorts of what I just said. I said if he is guilty and he's taking drugs, that means by now he has a problem mentally. He has an issue with not being able to stop taking them. All drugs are addictive to certain shapes, forms. It can be addictive to the way it makes you feel. It can be addictive on the way you think it makes you perform. Or does it make you perform? Who knows? Because it doesn't matter if you're taking drugs to perform a certain way, because mentally you think these drugs that you're taking or shooting or popping in your ass or whatever, you're thinking they do that for you. Yeah, somebody could create body oil. Yeah, Elena, get this. They already did. You remember when Bernard Hopkins kind of rubbed Gervonta Tank Davis? That's testosterone cream. So yeah, it is. They do have that. You don't have to pop it. You can rub that shit, Could be the case, bro. Appreciate the answers be given to him. Protein drinks or vitamin drinks. Yeah, I mean, I think that he has a problem. I think Jarrell Miller has that problem. I think Povetkin probably had that problem, that he needed something to make him perform a certain way, and he's accustomed to how that made him feel. So if you're taking a vitamin or you're taking a supplement, and that supplement just gets you going, it gets you going. You're ready. You're ready to get there. You're ready. You're pumped. You know what I mean? All it takes is this drug, whatever it is. All it takes is that. It takes that, and it gets you where you need to be. You're not going to stop taking that because you know the result of where that drug takes you. And you don't have to be high. It's certain types of high. You got stimulants, you got downers, right? Okay, certain people don't like to be down. I don't like to be down. That's why I no longer smoke weed and stuff like that, because I don't like to be, what's up? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I'll tell you, certain people get off on certain things, certain results, certain feelings, and I think that's Dillian White. Dillian White's like, hey, I like the power it gives me. Needs the juice to feel his best. It could be that way. Matter of fact, I seen a documentary on these football players that they were hell bent on taking drugs. They say, well, look, if I'm going to have to mask it, if I'm going to have to fucking, what do they call the shit where you cycle off? If I'm going to have to cycle off this, I'll do that. But I am not stopping this drug. I'm not stopping taking steroids. Yeah, Kurt DeVille versus Andy Ruiz. I won $5 million. He's kind of fast. I seen him in a video. He'll try that Anthony Joshua pussy shit where he just jabs me all day and I can't catch him because I can't reach him. But he's supposed to be 6'2", my height. He's not 6'2". He's about 6 foot. He fucking jams and he moves. I just wanted to grab that fucker and slam him to the ground, but he won't keep moving. I try to punch at him. Yeah, I'm Floyd, Yeah, these fighters be cheating. They be cheating. Leonard, they be cheating. Yeah, they can't be like Floyd. Look, see, I work when everybody else is asleep. That's when I work. Leonard always up with Floyd. You ever notice? Yeah, that's when you up. Then Floyd, that's when you up, Floyd. His booty hole nose. Yeah, I'm up. Look, I'm doing 400 sit-ups. I'm doing 400. It ain't shit. I'll do 500. That's why my six-pack look like this. Look, my neck strong. I'll do it. Look, All these fighters, they don't know what hard work and dedication is. Leonard, yeah, they don't know what hard work and dedication is. I'll do that. Let's go to McDonald's, have a triple cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. What? Yeah. And see, like, Floyd's different. He's different in a way that this fucking guy will do that, bro. I've seen him. Floyd will go to a McDonald's. Hey, let me get 2 Big Macs, 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 orders large of fries, 2 Cokes, 2 apple pies, 2 shakes, with the nuts on it, hold a caramel, extra fudge, extra fudge, and then go eat this shit. He'll eat it with his entourage and shit like that. He'll inhale this shit and go right back to working out. Yeah, look, that McDonald's was, shit, that was fly. I'm gonna burn that off. And I'm like, damn, really? Really? And that's Floyd. And like, that's the worst shit that you can ever eat. McDonald's. It's shit on McDonald's about their fries. You guys hear about their fries? The type of fries are all golden and shit like that because of the type of potatoes. And the type of potatoes don't have the little black holes in them. So when they chop them, you don't see the black holes in McDonald's fries, right? You don't see that because they don't have that. But it's based off the insecticide that they spray on there. And they spray these fucking potatoes. They're so, the insecticide is so strong, they can't go out there for a week or it'll harm you, physically harm you. So you got to wait for the insecticides to go away. It's crazy. Deontay White message video with Andy. Yo, big boy, you fucked up. You ain't getting the money no more, Andy. Fuck you and your daddy. Your daddy missed you out of money. He ain't fighting for you, Andy. I thought you was cool. Now I can see you just a fool. Boss, you ain't gonna fight for this. You was gonna get your brains knocked out. See, AJ ain't gonna knock your brains out. I'ma knock your damn brains out. That's why you didn't want none. My money ain't no good to you. Don't worry about it. Because what you gonna do, you gonna take a hard ass whooping getting this money from me, baby. That's why you had to renege. Because I'ma knock you out. You knew I was gonna knock you out, Andy. That's why you didn't want to have your brains all splattered on the floor. That's why. You was scared. You was a coward. See, you fight AJ because AJ a coward too. I'ma knock him out though. He ain't got nowhere to run. He ran 5 years and they gave you the chance. You whooped his ass, but you couldn't sign the deal and finish him. I'm gonna finish him and I'll finish you if you get your fat ass in there too, Andy. That's what I'm gonna do to you because I'm Bomb Squad. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I'm out of here, man. Oh, man. Those are the words of the Bronze Bomber. Dion W, 10 months. What up, big dog? Ain't caught you live in a minute. Dion W in the building. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming in, dropping in. Wilder doesn't deserve a Saudi payday. I hope the Saudis pull the plug. No, they're not. They're not. Egg-shaped form. Tyson Fury didn't beat me either. He still cheated. He can't even fight. I felt his best punch. He punched like a pussy. I know what his punch feels like. He hit me and it was like an iron bell with claws in it. What? That's why I had scratches in my ear. I know these things. Here's Floyd. Wilder say he had an egg-shaped form. He said Tyson Fury had an egg-shaped form. Tyson Fury taxed that ass, didn't he? He taxed that ass, didn't he? Didn't he? What's your prediction for AJ versus Wilder? Man, you know what? I haven't saw Wilder. I need to see Wilder fight again. Based on what's now, we don't know what shape Deontay Wilder's in. Dented skull. Skull x-rays proved that. The autopsy proved it. Okay. That means he killed your ass. They gave you an autopsy You came back to life there, Deontay, and then what? That's what happened. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Okay. Sorry. He needs a fight between now and AJ. He does. He needs a fight in October. He needs a fight right before Tyson Fury and his shenanigans. Then his skull from the autopsy showed that I got killed, and it killed me, and I came back to life. I rose like Lazarus. It wasn't Tyson Fury. It was a great crime, and I want it back in blood. Different fights still have a dignity or a career left. Kurt, you should do voiceovers. MP, guess what? I do voiceovers. That was my first job in the industry. I went to a college for voiceovers. Dion W coming in with that. Cinco! That damn Oscar Valdez blew my 8-pick 5,000 parlay. Oscar was my last pick. I was waiting on to hit. All that MF had to do was win. Nope, sorry. Oscar Valdez sucks, dude. He I think Constance beat him anyway. Oh no, Lord have mercy. Ngannou is going to knock Fury into the next. Would he correct? Dude, I would love that. I would love for Ngannou to come to the heavyweight division with that type of force from Cameroon and knock Tyson Fury out cold. Fuck him and his WBC belt. Because, see, at that point, if Ngannou knocks out Tyson Fury, the WBC will be trash. It wouldn't on the line anyway, but nobody will care for it because they won't ever see Tyson Fury as the heavyweight champion anyway. He would have to fight Ngannou again to win. Bars. But it won't matter because, see, people have seen that and people will troll Tyson Fury. All of the shit that he thinks that he is, he won't be. I hope it happens. Robert Kurt literally said Nandrolone 5 times tonight. Tyson Fury is the biggest heavyweight. If Ngannou fight does big numbers, Fury will do more exhibition. Yeah, and then he can get out. Be Floyd, hang out with Floyd. Do the Floyd thing, which is cool. Just don't come back to boxing. I don't care. Fury can retire because I won't look at him any worse than he is. He can just go on. See you later. Is Usyk undisputed without fighting Fury? I think you should look at Usyk as being undisputed at this point. He ducked Usyk. He fought Francis Ngannou. The belt's not on the line. The WBC doesn't care. So really, what are we really talking about? We're talking about a sanctioning body that doesn't play by their own rules or don't follow any type of rules. So guess what? What good are they if they don't have the integrity to manage their own rules, to uphold their own rules? Gene is way better striker than Ngannou. I am not correct to say the Francis versus Fury is a pro fight or is an exhibition. It's an exhibition. It's not a professional fight. I am not correct to say, yeah, okay. Oh, Joshua. Yeah, Joshua got banged up, bro. He got fucked up. Helenius shit. He gave that man some, and Joshua started to swell quick. So I don't know what's up, man. You guys want to talk about Errol Spence? Joshua swole up pretty damn quick himself. Now imagine if Helenius would have beat Joshua like Terrence beat Errol. He would look just the same. Everybody, blaming that old makeup and plastic surgery shit. No, he gave his ass plastic surgery with these fists. Fury, the new Thunder Lips. Kurt, can you do a Mickey Mouse voice? Nope. I don't do voiceovers like that. Fury is best heavyweight on the planet. I know Fury has a lot of haters, but he doesn't care. He's not the best heavyweight on the planet. See, when you get these fighters that you put them in there with random ass dudes, that's a top 10, and they hungry, they can whoop one of those guys. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe that Tyson Fury's the best without fighting the best. That's the stupidest, most backwardest, half one-sided, incomplete shit I ever heard. Mickey Mouse, what? Fury is a have. Time is unraveling. Fight has to fight AJ, and Fury has to fight AJ and Wilder. He already fought Wilder too many times. No. Wilder's done as far as Fury. One can say the same thing about Tank and Shakur. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Fury is not a heavyweight. Time is unraveling. Okay. AJ has a better resume than Fury. Yeah. No, people say voiceover. I had a chick I used to date, and she said the same shit. Can you do Mickey Mouse? Do Mickey Mouse. I'm like, no, I do informative or persuasive voiceovers for television and radio. I don't do animation. So when people hear voiceovers, they think of animation. They think of impersonations, which I do impersonations. But Mickey Mouse is not fucking one of them. Fury is the undefeated lineal world champion. I hear you. Usyk will school Fury. Want to see it, but I don't think we will. He won't fight Usyk or AJ, but calling himself the best. Yeah, he can call himself what he wants. There's people who still want to see Fury Wilder in 2023. Yeah, there's people that are in disbelief, people that think Tyson Fury cheated, people that think Wilder didn't have a fair shake, people that think, like that. People are in disbelief. Usyk want to see him in Wilder or Fury. Usyk fighting Wilder is a dangerous fight, man. I mean, the guy can move, he can box, he can take shots, but Wilder, all it takes is one. Wilder's taller, so he's going to try to knock his face off. I think of Spilka. What did he do to Spilka? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So it's a very dangerous fight for him. Usyk, I think, a decision. Wilder by knockout. But, yeah, Dillian White, I think he has a problem that if he's guilty and he knows that he's done this, because only he will be able to know. It's a heart thing. But I think if that's the case, it's also an addiction thing. That means that mentally he feels that he needs to take these performance-enhancing drugs in order to succeed, in order to prevail. Hargovic looked bang average last night. The reality filter. Let me tell you guys something before I jump off of here, right? AJ should have fought Hargovic and got him out of the way because Hargovic ain't shit. I said it. He ain't shit. Hargovic's going to get knocked out by the next person he fights that's worth the shit. Dempsey McKean is a new kid on the block anyway. So you couldn't expect anything from him. But Hargovic, he's supposed to be the boogeyman. He ain't fight like the fucking boogeyman, hitting the dude behind the head and shit. He couldn't get and seal the deal. What's wrong with this dude? Somebody like Josh gonna knock him out. Zhang will probably get him in the rematch if he's not too old, if he doesn't get old overnight. Wilder would knock him spark out. Tyson Fury would play with him. Usyk will rearrange his face and he should be called the new surgeon. Jared Anderson would beat Philip Hargovic. Frank Sanchez would beat Philip Hargovic. Michael Hunter would beat Philip Hargovic. That's why Michael Hunter should have sparked him out long time ago. And I know Michael Hunter. He knows me. I've interviewed him. Good guy, good brother, like him. But he made a mistake. He should have took that fight when he had, I think, $700,000 he could have made, and Hargovic $200,000 or $300,000, over $1 million per split, a little bit over $1 million, and he turned that shit down based on what we saw last night, him fighting Dempsey McKean. Man, Michael Hunter would have took Hargovic to school. Boxing fan, I can beat Hargovic. Yeah, Hargovic looks sluggish, tired, slow. No, bro. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. I'm sorry, he doesn't have it. Hargovic needs to be active. Well, he got 12 rounds in yesterday. Kurt, did you see Bud's parade yesterday? Seen clips of it. Did a video on it. Hargovic definitely ain't what people thought that he was. Dude was blowing out his ass, looking sloppy. Yep. Somebody like Usyk will stop him. Somebody like Usyk will stop him. Because what'll happen, Usyk will start hitting him and he won't be able to hit Usyk. Usyk will keep hitting him. He won't be able to do nothing with Usyk. He will start to swell. Something will cut. He will bruise. He can't be able to see. The doctors will come in and they will stop that fight. Or they'll throw in the fucking towel. Throw the towel in. Wilder probably not going to see anything. Fight likely is over fast. Imagine Wilder knocking out Hargovic. I knocked him out. I didn't even see it. It just happened. It did it all by itself. I seen him coming in and I just threw the punch. I got him. And I don't remember nothing else. Hargovic, I remember him as a kid. I was trying to make him better. Everybody thought that he was going to whoop me and beat me. And he was a kid. I was helping this dude. And I had to show him when we was both grown. He a grown ass man. So I had to show him better than I can tell him that he a grown ass man and it's time to grow up. So I knocked his ass out. But anyway, man, yeah, Dillian White, I feel sorry for him. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to bring Dean White in so we can talk to him, so he can give us some insight on what's going on with Dillian White, how he feels about the situation. And we will reconvene then. Great fight, great knockout for the guys that did see me yesterday. Thank you for coming back. I hope we could have a stream like this every day live. That would be dope. But it is what it is. I will see you guys when that time comes. You guys will know with a reminder as I place that I will be having Big Dean White on the scene. Bars. You guys be blessed on this Sunday. Be careful, be safe, and everyone has been Counterpunch. Peace.